Oh yeah, we're back, baby. Let me make sure I can hear myself. 'Cause I think we back. I think we live. Here. All right, that's good. Let's go to view channel. Yep. Yep. Let's see if I can hear myself on the channel. Oh yeah, we straight like a ruler. That's right, baby. Welcome back, all my beautiful, fine aviation enthusiast friends. Welcome back to the best damn airplane show you're gonna see on this Friday night. As long as you only watch this show, I guarantee this will be the best damn airplane show you see tonight. Oh yeah. So we're gonna do this here flight tonight. We're gonna do it's a real flight. It's JetBlue Flight 420 from Atlanta to JFK. So from KATL to KJFK. If you were to look up on FlightAware right now, type in JBU420, you see it's in the air right now. So we're gonna do that here flight, and we're gonna use it's flying an A320. But we're not gonna use the 320 because that thing is ghetto in this game. So we're going to use the A310 because there's a lot more buttons to push. The A320, I'm not a big fan of that plane in this game. They kind of water that shit down. So welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving if you celebrated it. If you didn't celebrate Thanksgiving, hopefully you had a good day. And you getting ready to start this here weekend. I can't wait to not have to wake up to an alarm clock tomorrow. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful thing. So we got the JetBlue, and then we got the JetBlue Blueberries, but we're gonna be flying at night, so we're not gonna really see a whole lot. But the Blueberries looks kind of cool. But I think we'll just stick with the regular old JetBlue. All right, and let's go to our world map scheme. Let's make sure our flight conditions. Yep, that all looks good. We got live everything's, AI traffics, and we're taking off from KATL, which is in this here list, somewhere yonder. And I wrote down the gate it's taking off from. It's taking off from gate T17. So let's see if we can find that pig up in here. Let's see here, T17. There we go. Where's T17 at? Okay, and we're taking off from 26 left tonight. Let's see here. I think that's this one here. Oh, that's 27. See, I want to take off from this runway because there's a really cool Delta sign, Delta Airlines like sign over here. I think 26 left is this one here. Is that? Yeah, that seems to be the go-to runway to take off on. All right, so we all the way down here at T17. We won't taxi all the way over there. All right, let's get into this here plane. If this is your first time here checking out my channel, welcome. I wouldn't say daily, a good chunk of the week when I have time. I like to do flights, all kinds of planes, propeller planes, you know, little jets like little Cessna jets, big old airliners like this one. I do like to play other games too, but I don't really play them too often on this channel. I like Hard Space, Shipbreaker. That game's a ton of fun. The new Train Sim world is okay. I like Forza Motorsport a lot. I like Lies of P a lot. I've been playing the hell out of Lies of P. All right, so let's go ahead and get this here airplane all set up. Let's see what we look like on the outside here. Yeah, JetBlue, what's up, baby? What's up, baby blue? All right, let's come over here and get our ground power connected. So let's put some chocks on this mode. Do we have a jetway here? Ooh, I don't know if that jetway will reach. Let's see if it'll reach. Let's open this here door. Let's see if this thing will reach. I think it will. I think it's going to give this airplane a nice little kiss. It's going to butt up right up next to it. It's going to say, I'm going to give you a kiss. Nope. It couldn't reach. That's a shame. Oh well, we'll close it up. All right, no worries. All right, let's go ahead and make sure our settings are okay here before we start anything up. So we're going to do kilograms. I know we would do inches of mercury, you know, in America, but the way I built everything, you know, I use kilograms for all the weights and all that. So, all right, let's do short for the IRS alignment. And I think all this else is good. 1500, reverse throttle, real autopilot disconnect. See, I think if I click yes, I have to click twice on the yoke here. And then it buzzes all the time. Well, I guess we'll click yes. You can always change it back. Let's do real autopilot. Let's see if that messes us up tonight. All right, let's go ahead and let's plug in some stuff real quick before we start up the Aeroplano. All right, so our payload is, according to SimBrief, is 18.5. So let's put that mug in. Let's see here, 18.5. Oh, our passengers actually is 177. So let's bring this up here to 177. All right, our cargo is 4.4. So let's do that. All right, and our fuel block is 13.2. Gross weight is 115, takeoff weight is 118. So we're actually, I think we can leave that fuel in there the way it is because our gross weight in SimBrief is 118.5 and we're at, all right, we'll leave 16 and we'll put a little extra fuel in there. All right, we're not going to click apply yet. We're just going to get that ready. All right, let's go ahead and get some power going up in this pig. So we got all right, batteries on. Let's get some lights going. It's been a minute since I've flown this plane. I gotta remember where all the lights are. We got those lights. We got these lights. These lights. We got these lights. These lights. And I thought there was another light button up here, maybe not. Okay, all right, that's all good. Let's get our IRS aligned. So let's come down here and put this in heading STS mode. Let's go nav 1, nav 2, nav 3. Now let's click on the int button. KATL. AJFK. Probably help if I click clear first. All right, there we go. Let's click that. Let's click return. And let's click align IRS. So now that is all aligned. All right, and let's see here, our alternate is Dulles, K-I-A-D. Our alternate. Our cruise wind. Actually, let's put in our flight IDS, JBU420. JBU420. All right, we're flying at 37,000 feet, so we got FL370. Cost index is 12, so let's plug that in. All right, and our cruise wind tonight is 259.87, so 259. I believe that's correct. Let me double check that. Yep, that's correct. 259.87. 259/87. All right, very good. Let's plug that in. All right, so that's all good. Let's wait for the nav to finish doing its thing. One more minute left. In the meantime, we can make sure some of these lights are not in white anymore, so we can turn that. Actually, let's go ahead and put our seatbelt signs on. Put our nav lights on. And let's go ahead and turn this oxygen supply switch on. Very good. We'll wait until this gives us our next, when it says that everything is good, and then we'll plug in our flight plan. There we go. All right, let's click clear. All right, let's go to flight plan. Go on KATL. Let's do SID. And we are leaving on the PHIIL3 from 26 left. So let's do 26 left. Well, we can click clear to get rid of that message. All right, where is PII? Is this the one here? PH, yep. All right, and this is our transition. Very good. Insert it. And now we got to go up to HRTWL. We need to click on it. We need to pick an airway. Q64. And we're taking that to SAWED. So let's find that. There we go. AWED. And from SAWD, that one we are doing another airway. We're doing Q97. Sound like a radio station. Q97. All right, Delray DLAAY. Oh, look at that. All right, DLAAY. There we go. And from there, we are picking up rads. So let's plug that in. Let's enter. Let's do RAADS. RADDS. Oh, hang on, let me go back here. Plug that in here. RADDS. All right, we got rads. Then from, let's get rid of that discontinuity there. All right, and from rads we have SIE, which is that part of the Carmen 4? Yeah, that's part of our transition. All right, let's go down to New York. Oops. But all right, let's go down to AFK. Let's pick our arrival. So we are landing. We're doing the RNAV Z31 right. All right, RNAV Z31 right. Let's go down, down, down. RNAV Z31 right. RNAV Z, here we go. RNAV Z31 right. And we are doing Carmen 4. And the transition is Carmen. Let's insert that. All right, and I believe that that is good. We'll go up and check it in a minute on our display. SIE, Botan, Cars, Carmen, Catod. Okay, yeah, that's all good. All right, let's get rid of that discontinuity. Let's clear this. Clear. And that. All right, and let's go to here. And, you know, we already have our cruising altitude, I think, in here. Yeah, we got 37,000. All right, let's go check it out on the map here. Let's get rid of this yoke so we can see a little better. Go here and put this on map. And let's come over here and let's click on this up arrow here. Check out our route. We are good to go. All right, let's go to ref. All right, not there. Let's go in. The next page. And we'll put that in a minute. Let me put in our descent forecast. Getting all this from the OFP. So let's do flight level 310 first. So 310 / 26782 267 / 82. Come on now. Can I put the right digit? All right, 82. All right, and then we'll do 20,000 feet. So we'll do 200. And that is 27154. So 271 / 54. And let's see here, and then do 10,000 feet. So 10,000 is 280.41. So 280 slash 41. And let's see what JFK is right now. Well, let's click apply first. Let's apply this. Up here to weathers. They are 330. Wow, it's pretty windy there right now. 330.23. Jesus. 330 slash 23. Nope, wrong button, dork. 330 slash 23. All right, very good. That's all done. All right, let's go finish setting this up here. So okay. All right, so we got our weights and balances here. Let's go ahead and get our V speed. So our, let's see here, hit the airplane button. We can click on runway length. Let's refresh this. All right, very good. All right, runway length is this. Our heading is that. All right, our weight is 115.5. Plug that in. 115.5. Man, what's going on? Okay, there we go. 115.5. There we go. All right, let's click calculate. All right, there is our V speeds as of right now. So let's come over here and plug in our, let's go back to int. The next page. All right, our fuel block is 16.8. So let's plug that in. .8. Zero fuel weight is 98726. 987.3. Just round up. How come it didn't take it? Entry out of range? What are you talking about, dork? What it says here? Oh yeah, that's right. It's 98.7. My bad. I think I hear my neighbor's bass going off from whatever they're listening to or watching. All right. And let's put in our CG. That is 26.6. 26. We're almost ready to put the APU on and back up. Almost. All right, that's all set up. Yep, now we can go to takeoff. Let's plug in our V speeds. 135, 136. 135. I'm actually kind of excited to fly this plane tonight. It's been a little bit since I've flown this plane. I've been flying all these other planes they have on the simulator. I like this one a lot. I'm glad I'm flying this plane tonight. All right, we don't need to do anything with that right now. I think all these other buttons we don't need to worry about right now. Flight plan, takeoff, menu, progress. If you want to, you can come up here and click on this button here, and then you can actually put your username in for SimBrief and actually bring your whole flight plan into here if you want to. I like typing it in, but you can certainly do that if you want. All right, so that's all good. Let's go ahead and start our APU up so we can back up. So let's put on interpump. Pump it up. And let's put on APU. And let's click the start button. Let's let this thing fire up. Let's put our co-pilot on flight plan, turn on constraints, and we are going to use map constraints. We're in nav mode, our flight director's on. The APU is now firing up. We'll turn on our weather radar here momentarily. Our transponder. Plug in our flex temp. Momentarily, we'll plug in our V2 speed. I guess we could plug in our landing altitude now. What is our landing altitude here? Let's see. 13. So it's really, so these go in like hundreds. So I kind of just put it right in the middle of 100 and 0. That way it's kind of like right in the middle. All right, let's put on APU bleed. Let's make sure our parking brake is on. All right, it is on. All right, because we're getting ready to back up. So let's disconnect the ground power. Our APU is good. Let's come over here to here. Let's get rid of chocks and the GPU. And we need to back up that way. So let's go ahead and we'll put our beacon lights on. And all right, everything else is good. Let's go ahead and get our pushback connected. Actually, let me take off the parking brake now. And let's go ahead and start pushing back. I like being able to back up without calling the ATC. I'm not a big fan of how the ATC, the interaction with. Oh, you gotta be shitting me, Microsoft. We'll do this all over again. We see. I guess we'll choose the ramp next to us. I guess T17 we can't use. All right, let's choose a different. Golly, that sucks. Collided with the. I guess we collided with the building. God, that's so stupid, Microsoft. It really is. All right, that's T17. Let's do T16, I guess. That is so freaking stupid. Why allow a medium-sized... Well, I mean, why... Anyway, whatever. No big deal. It's Friday night. It's all good. Let's not get all tweaked. But it wouldn't be one of my streams with Microsoft if something wasn't messed up for Microsoft. Do it all over again. Well, maybe this time we can actually have a jetway connect to us. So, all right, chocks, jetway. All right, let's do it all over again. Let's click our batteries on first. Put on our external power. Put our nav lights on. Come down here and go to int. And let's go ahead and this here. Let's align our navigation. 1, 2, and 3. All right. Yep. Let's come down here and put KATL. KATL/JFK. KJFK. Turn and now click Align IRS. Our alternate airport is Dulles. It's KIAD. All right, our let's see here. Our cruising wind is 259. Oh, actually, let's do a couple things first. So let's put in JBU420. That's the flight number from real life that we're basing this on. We are cruising at 37,000 feet, so flight level 370. And our cost index is 12 on this flight. Very good. And our cruise wind is 259.87. So 259 by 87. All right, let's go to mode. Let's put in our descent forecast while we're here before we start getting a lot of things going on here. So 310 is, let's see here, scroll down to the winds. 310 is 266 by 72. 266. 72. All right, we got 20,000 feet is 271.54. 271/54. And let's see here, 10,000 feet is 280 and 41. So 280 and 41. And JFK is, and we'll update JFK before we begin our descent, but if we can plug it in now, so it's 330 and 17. 17. That's good. Let's back to int, and let's make sure this saved. It did. All right, let's go back here and wait for everything to finish aligning. Should be just about finished. Our flight director on. Galley and shed lights on. Put our main oxygen on. Let's put our seatbelts on. And let's arm our emergency lights. Good. Let's turn on these lights here. Go ahead and turn on some lights on the pilot side. And let's put some lights on the pilot side here. All right, very good. All right, nav is accrued. Let's go ahead and click clear. You can bring the flight plan in automatically if you want. I don't like doing it because I forget what happened the last couple times, but something was wonky with it. But if you have a SimBrief account, you can plug your username in here and you can upload the flight plan. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's do SID. We are leaving on 26 left. And we are taking PHII. That's our transition. Let's insert this. All right, let's pick up our airway. We have Q64, and we are taking that to SAWED, so let's find that. Very good, and from SAWED, we are taking highway Q97. From there, we have to go to DLAAY. All right, DLAAY, so that's all done. And we have to put in RADs, so let's put in RADs. Let's click discontinuity. Let's type in RAADS. ADDS. Can't believe we have to do all this over again. If you're just now tuning in, this flight took off from Atlanta a little while ago. It was on gate T17, which is right where this cursor, right here. I got everything set. We were backing up, and the wing clipped this building, so the simulator crashed and said that we collided with something. So we're redoing this part now. So. All right, but we're just about done getting the plane set up. All right, let's go to JFK and let's plug in our approach. We are doing the RNAV Z31 right. RNAV Z31 right. Sounds like a football play. RNFC 31 right. All right, that, and we're doing Cameron 4, and Cameron is our transition, insert, and we should be Gucci now. So let's see here. We need to get rid of this discontinuity. Now let's go check our flight plan out on the map here. Make sure it's all good. Make sure it's all good. Let's go up here. Let's put this on map. And let's click on the flight plan button to bring it back to the top. And let's come over here and we're going to click on this here up arrow. And we're just going to cycle through everything. Looks good. All right. So that's all done. Let's put this back on map because that's what we're going to be using. Let's come over here and plug in our weights now. So in sim brief, what do we have here? 177 people. So we got 177. Our cargo is 4,400, so we got 4.4. Fuel is 13.2 according to SimBrief. Let's put that in, 13.2. And our gross weight is 111.9. Now we're quite a bit lower than what SimBrief has. I wonder why. Our operating weight is, our zero fuel weight in SimBrief is like 25,000 kilo. Wow, Jesus Christ. All right. Oh, whatever. We're good. Let's click apply. All right. Now let's, what's our gross weight? 111.9. So that'll be 112. So let's come here. Let's click on here. And we got the runway length, the runway heading. Our weight is 112, so let's plug that in. Enter and calculate. All right, that's all good. Let's come over here and go to the int page. The next page. Our fuel block is 13.2. We're getting ready to turn on the APUs here momentarily and then back up. So we just got to finish getting a little bit of this set up and then we'll be ready to back on up. And what is our zero fuel weight again? Let's see here. It is 98.7. We got 98.7. All right, and our CG is 26.3. We'll adjust our trim after we back up here. Once we get everything on in the plane, we'll adjust the trim to that 0.9 up. All right, 26.3. It's easy to do. You just grab this wheel here and just spin it until it's, 0.9. Well, it's kind of, it looks like it's kind of at 0.9 or, oh no, it's over 0.9. It's over 1 right now. We need to bring it back down to, this area. All right, that's all good. Let's go to takeoff. Let's put in our V1 and V2 speeds. 135, 136. V2 speed we'll plug in up here once all this turns on, and then it'll show up down here once we have it plugged in. All right, 136. And I believe that's it. That's all we need to do. We got everything else set up. So go ahead and get the jetway going. Jetway moving back. Make sure all the doors are closed. Okay, very good. Let's get the APU fired up, and then we'll go ahead and get rid of the external power. All right, so let's turn on the inner pump. Let's go ahead and flip the APU master switch. APU is showing there. Go ahead and click start. Make sure our parking brake is on because we're getting ready to remove the chocks. That's on, so remove the chocks. Once the APU fires up, then we'll go ahead and put the, I guess we can probably flip the bleed switch now. This here will fire up here momentarily. Once this comes alive, then all this will start showing up. All this will start populating. Our landing elevation is like 13 feet, so let's put it at 50 feet there. Come on, APU, let's go. Yeah. There we go. All right, let's put you on that mode. Hopefully everybody is having a good Friday night, had a good Thanksgiving if you celebrated it. This is the toga button, isn't it? Yeah, that's toga. Turned off all the descriptions because it was bothering me. Every time I'd highlight a button, the verbiage of the button would like overshadow the actual button itself. All right, let's get the METAR set. So we have, let's update this. We have 1020. So let's plug that in here. And let's, oops. Let me look at the METAR on Navigraph. Yeah, 1020, it's 1313 is the inches of mercury. So let's put it on 1313. All right, APU is running. Let's turn off the external power. And let's turn off the external power here, and let's back up, and then we'll get our engines fired up. So let's get rid of that. Turn on our beacon lights. And all the other white lights are off except for the ones that we're getting ready to turn off. All right, very good. Let's go ahead and back up. Disengage the parking brake, and let's try backing up again and see what happens. Let's see if we clip something again. That was so stupid. Every other time, like, the planes kind of go through this kind of stuff. I don't know. Anyways. We're good now. We're at the same place that the incident happened last time. All right, let's do that. Make sure any button that's got white lettering, make sure the white lettering is gone. Let's put this thing down to rank A. All right. And we can start having him make our turn. So let's click this button here. I believe that's the correct way. Yep. All right, let's fire up the first engine. So N2 to get up a little bit. Fuel on. All right, I think that's good for backing up. So we can click stop. Put our parking brake on. Go ahead and second engine on. Let's put you on there. Let's turn our weather on. So system 1. All right, now weather is on. Let's turn the transponder on while we're down this way. And we'll set it to above, since we'll be taking off. All right, our V2 speed is 161. And we got 57 for flex. So let's plug in 57 here. Our brake fans on. Let's set the auto brake to max. What the hell did I say it was? 161. So we're going to set that for 15 miles per hour higher, well, 15 knots higher, so 176. All right, let's plug in -5 there, -5 there, and our heading for takeoff is 270. Well, let's plug that here. All right, and what is our first? Oh yeah, I know the yaw dampers aren't on yet. That's right. I have to turn them on. All right, that's all good now. We can turn the APU off now. So let's turn that off. APU off. Continuous relight. All right, that's all looking good. What is our first altitude that we're going to? So we got 93. Let me look at the takeoff chart and see if we have any constraints for the takeoff. Sometimes you have to stay at a certain altitude for a while. No, there's no constraints. So, all right, let's plug in 9300 then, and we'll adjust that as we need to. All right, let's go nav. Let's put our flaps down. Since it's nighttime, we can put on our strobe lights now. Taxi lights. And let's go ahead and test the takeoff configuration. So let's go ahead and, oh, we got to actually one more thing first. What was it, 0.9 up, I think it is. Yeah, our trim is 0.9 up, so let's change that, and then we'll test our takeoff configuration. We got 0.9 up. All right, that's 0.9 up. Let's remove our parking brake. And let's test our takeoff configuration. Like we are good. All right, let's go ahead and get to the runway. This bitch in the air. We got to travel the whole length of the runway. I'm wondering if JFK has, I don't know the name of the person that holds the little glow sticks that directs the plane into the gate when you're taxiing into the gate to park. I forget what that person's called, but Innsbruck the other night when I flew there, they actually have that person that directs you to the gate, tells you to go left or right, and then makes the X with the sticks when you need to stop. I have never seen that at any other airport in this simulator until the other night, and I've now landed at like 4 other airports since then. I haven't seen it yet, so maybe JFK will have it. I don't know, but I thought that was really cool that they have somebody directing you to the gate and telling you when to stop. I know they have mods for that kind of stuff, but not usually on Xbox. Usually you don't have those kind of mods available on Xbox. I've taken off from this airport dozens of times in my life, man. This airport is pretty wild. It's got this huge subway system underground that takes you from terminal to terminal. And I was taking off one time. They were trying to get as many planes out as they could because there was getting ready to be some really bad thunderstorms rolling in. There's like four or five runways at this airport, and I remember like looking over out the window, and there's like 3 other planes taking off like at the same time, like next to us. I thought that was pretty wild. I've never seen anything like that before. Usually flying at nighttime, it's a little tough to see everything. Like the airplane, usually it's tough to see the airplane at nighttime when it's at the cruising altitude. Maybe that'll be different tonight. There's some parts of the world with this simulator where the airplane stays somewhat seeable. I don't know if that's going to be tonight or not, but and I'm going to try speeding up the simulator when we get to our cruising altitude. the PMDG737 that I use, that thing is amazing, speeding up the simulator. It's got a great system for that. The default one from Microsoft is very hit or miss. I've used it a lot, and sometimes it crashes the simulator. Sometimes it works pretty well. So we'll see what happens tonight. Only bad thing with using that is that it doesn't tell you how many times you increased the simulator rate. You have to remember how many times you clicked the button. So usually I just do it twice. That seems to speed it up, enough to where cruising is tolerable for an hour. So, sitting at the cruising altitude for a while, that's always my least favorite part of most simulators, unless you can fast forward it. But Aerofly seems to have the best version of fast forwarding. X-Plane has a decent one, but Aerofly, you just put the airplane where you want it on the map. There you go. And we're almost at the end of the runway, so we can take off. When we get to JFK, we have to go to Terminal 3. That's what the FlightAware was saying is the terminal this plane was going to. And we're set to do an RNAV landing at this point. I may switch it to an ILS landing. It uses both the RNAV landing and the ILS landing. They both use the same transition point for the approach. So we may switch to an ILS at some point. But right now we're doing an RNAV landing. Which RNAV is no big deal. This system doesn't have the right kind of system to really keep track of, the real threshold of, the RNP and the ANP, like your real, I forget, real something profile and actual, I forget what it stands for. But anyways, like the 737 that I have, that one, you can program it. So like most of the time when you look at an RNAV landing, the threshold of intolerance, like the amount of error you can have with the distance, it's like 0.1, 0.3, something like that. With this plane, you can't set that up. So it should be okay though. I forget what RNP stands for. It's real navigational, real nautical. When I saw the acronym and I read what it is, it made sense to me. Like, oh yeah, that's what RNP stands for. When you have the RNP set, that's the lane that your airplane's supposed to stay in regarding its vertical approach. Like, All right, we're almost at the spot where we can turn. Being a simulator, I don't really always stop at the holding points, because it is a simulator. So let's just activate the rest of the lights now. That way we can kind of turn and burn. All right, we can click Profile, and we can click Automatic Thruster. Oh, we can't click that yet, actually. Almost ready. Once we kind of get lined up, we can turn the brake fans off and then give it some thrusters, click the toga button, Good to go. Real life, you're probably supposed to stop there, but it's a simulator. Let's slow down a bit. Throw our parking brake on. Let's take off the brake fan button. Let's get kind of lined up. Let me get the right kind of position for the camera. All right, that looks pretty good there. All right, release the parking brake. Let's give it some juice. Toga. All right, auto throttle is now active, so is nav and profile. We are good to go for our takeoff. What? Did you guys see that? Oh my God. What the fuck? All that work. I hate Microsoft Simulator so much sometimes. Ever since they did their last update, this kind of shit has been happening. God, I don't even want to fucking fly anymore tonight. How the hell does it nosedive? I didn't touch anything, by the way. The mode that I'm in right now with this cursor doesn't allow you to, like, steer the plane. When you take this mode off and that circle goes away, then god damn. That really sucks, man. Fuck. I don't really want to redo this whole thing again. Maybe I'll just find a different flight. Maybe we'll just make up a flight. How about that? We'll just make up a flight. Do I really want to do this all over again? Jesus Christ. All right, let's I guess we'll restart. Oh my God. What the fuck? That is crazy. That's the second time that's happened to me this week, where the plane has crashed on the runway. Like, how the hell does it nosedive and hit something? God, that's a bitch. Jesus Christ. It happened with the Antonov the other day when I was practicing with it, and then just now. All right, let's get everything set back up again. Jesus Christ, here we go again. Round 3 tonight. I'm telling you right now, if it crashes this time around, I'm not. Yeah, I might just fly like a Cessna for the remainder of the show. All right, let's see here. Battery 1, 2, 3. Just power on. Put on some lights. Jesus Christ. We got lights now. Let me finish playing with the lights real quick. That light and this light. And these lights. I cannot believe that thing fucking crashed. I don't know if anybody saw it or not, but I was taking off. Now, when you're in this mode here that I'm in with this cursor, you can't steer the plane at all. I was in this mode because I just clicked Toga and I scrolled over like this and I said, all right, auto throttle's on, profile's on, nav's on. I went over here, I set my camera position, and next thing I know, the plane nosedives. Crazy. All right, let's set. Let's align the IRS. Let's go ahead and click int clear KATL again, KATL/K, oops, AJFK, AJ. All right, let's take a breath. We'll be okay. No, wrong button, Greg. What? Oh, fuck. Do it again. Fucking amped up right now, man. I'm pissed. So it's like I'm kind of like my hands are shaking a little bit. AJFK. I mean, we should really be like halfway there right now. All right, return. All right, KIAD is the alternate air. Come on, Greg. KIAD is that. All right, we got JBU420 is the flight number tonight. This flight actually took place from Atlanta to New York City tonight. That's where I kind of got the idea for this flight. All right, flight level 370. All right, cost index is 12. Let me bring up the OFP so I can get the cruise wind. That's 259.87. 259.87. All right, that's good. Let's go to mode. Now let's plug in our descent forecast again. For the third time tonight. If you missed the first go around, I was being pushed back, you know, from the gate so I could start the engines and all that, and the wing clipped the building that was next to us, and the simulator said I crashed. So that was the first time, and then this time I hit some sort of pothole in the runway, and you know, my plane nose, you know, kind of went nose diving. All right, 20,000 feet. Crazy, man. Ever since this last update this past week on Xbox, there's been some stupid stuff going on with the simulator, man. Really, like it's tough to enjoy it sometimes now because of some of the glitches I've been getting. Screens turning off mid-flight. You know, airplanes hitting potholes on the runways. Just, anyways, I'm not going to complain. It's Friday night. I shouldn't be complaining. Life's good. I'm playing a simulator. I don't have to work tomorrow. Still got a bunch of leftovers from Thanksgiving. Like, life isn't too bad. All right, let's see here. And we'll update this when we get closer to our descent, but for now we can plug it in. 330 and 17. All right, let's go back to flight plan. I don't know if I should wonder if I could just bring over. No, I'm not going to bring it over. Fuck that. I was going to bring in the flight plan from. Well, you know what? Let's try it tonight. I mean, the things have been going wrong, so let's see if this will actually work tonight. Maybe this will work. Let me get my username so I can plug that in. All right, let's wait for the IRS to finish lining up. We should be good, actually. All right, let's go to menu. Oh, did I not click Align IRS? Maybe that's why it didn't finish. let's go to menu. Go to ACARS. And we plug in my username. I believe I need to plug in the actual name. So it's JBU420. JBU420. All right, let's click on Sim Brief. All right, very good. And let's go to Flight Plan. I don't know if it has the runway. Let me see. That I don't think it has yet. RNAV Z31 left. Because if I remember correct, it doesn't plug in the approach with SimBrief. You actually have to plug that in yourself. So RNAV Z31 right, actually. RNAV Z31 right. RNAV Z31 right. There we go. And we have there and there. Insert. Okay. So direct. Got 26 left. We have this one here and this one here. Okay. We should be good. Let's check it out on the map. No, we can't. Can't yet. Should be just about aligned. Go back to the int page and wait for it to finish. All right, let's go over here and plug in our goodies over here. $77. Cargo is 4.4. It was 13.2. Apply. All right, nav is done accruing. All right, now let's go to our map and make sure everything is good with our flight plan. Click on map here and flight plan. Use these up arrows here. Yeah, everything looks good. All right, very good. So let's click on that. Let's go ahead and finish setting up a couple things with the flight management system, and then we'll go ahead and turn on the APU and back up, and we will try taking off again. And hopefully this time we will not hit a pothole on the runway. What was the weight is 111.9, so we'll do 112. 112. Enter and calculate. And what is our zero fuel weight? We need that here coming up. 98.7. All right, let's go to back to the init page. Let's finish setting up our weights. So our fuel block is 13.2. 13.2. Zero fuel is 98.7. CG is 26.3. 26.3. Very good. Takeoff. It's 135, 136. 135, 136. So let's plug that in. 135. 136. Just our trim. It's supposed to be 0.9 up. So let's adjust that. Oh, I can't yet, actually. Gotta wait for everything to be on first. That's right. All right, let's turn that. Anything with the white lettering should be turned off. So let's put that on. And let's go ahead and put our APU on. Oxygen, turn on the flight recorder. And now we can click start for the APU. We should have turned some lights on already. So. All right, once this kicks on, then we can go ahead and turn off the external power and back up and try this again. Fuck, man, I cannot believe this simulator, man. I keep on saying I don't want to complain, but like it bothers me. Like all day I was looking forward to doing the flight. All day, man, I was like, man, I can't wait to get off work. It's Friday night. I can stay up late. Let's do a flight. And my wing clips a building. And second time around, the plane hits a pothole on the runway. All right, APU is firing up nicely. We can go ahead and turn off our external power here momentarily. Adjust our barometric pressure while we're at it. Let's see what it is right now. So it's 1020. So let's go ahead and adjust that. All right, APU is not fired up. Now we can go ahead and get rid of this external power. Let's get rid of it here and let's back up and get our engines fired up. So we can get out of here. Let's get rid of the chocks. Get rid of the APU. Let's turn off our parking brake. I'm sure you wouldn't turn off the parking brake in real life until you were actually connected to the machine, but it's all good. It's a simulator. And the engines aren't on right now, so we're not going anywhere. All right, let's turn on this. All the white lettering. Let's arm the... Let's go ahead and turn on the pitch, trim, yaw dampeners. Yes, seat belts. If you do use this plane, make sure these two switches here and these four up here, you do not turn them on until these here, the pitch, the yaw, and these two ATS ones. Do not turn them on until the IRS is aligned. Not really sure why, but that's what the rules are. So, all right, we're backing up. Let's go ahead and get to the left. Go ahead and turn this thing here. Let's crank up an engine. N2 is clicking up. So let's go ahead and turn on some juice. While we're down here, let's turn on the weather system. Got that, and let's might as well turn on our transponder and put it above. So we're going to be climbing. Cruising height -5. G1 map. Put you there. 9300 is what we're going to program this for right now. All right, we can stop. And put the parking brake on. Let's fire up engine number 1. I think V2 was what, 161, so let's put that on 176. I usually do like 15 knots over whatever that number is. All right, and flex is 57. Flex to 57. Put on max brake for the takeoff, put on our brake fan, put nav, and our heading for takeoff is 270. All right, everything is coming along nicely. Lights probably should have been on before I started the plane, but it's a simulator, so I guess little mistakes are okay. All right, once the engine stabilizes, we'll turn the APU off and get on out of here. Our landing elevation is like 13 feet, so let's plug it in for 50 feet. Nav should already be good. That's in the center. Flight director's on. All right, good. All right, let's turn off the APU. Continuous. And gotta do one more thing. Well, two more things actually. That now we can put this down to 0.9. 0.9 up. Oops. It was up and down. Go here. Okay. That looks like 0.9 up. All right, let's check the takeoff configuration. Let's remove the parking brake. Push it in. Nothing's happening. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and try taxiing again, and let's see if we can actually take off this time. I know normally you wouldn't have your strobe lights on. However, it's nighttime, and I believe airplanes at nighttime taxi with the strobe lights on, I think. I almost just want to take off from down here and just make a big U-turn. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we won't crash if we do that. We'll go to the right place. It's not gears for weather, I believe. That's for no weather. You know, brighter or darker. Airbuses light up so cool at nighttime. All right, first verse, second verse, same as the first. Let's try this again. Excuse me. You know, I've taken off from this airport, I don't know, maybe close to 24 times in this simulator. I've never experienced where it did what it did before, where it nose dove. Like, I've had it at BWI Airport a couple times. I had it, yeah, BWI. It's actually the only other place that I had it done. I used the Antonov and took off from BWI, and that thing crashed too. That morning when I was practicing with that thing, I was real hot. I was real pissed when that thing crashed, because setting up the Antonov is like no quick thing. Like, there's a lot of switches, a lot of buttons to push. See how it's like dipping and diving again? It did the same thing last time. When it did it on the runway last time, yeah, we all know what happened. All right, let's click profile, auto throttle. That won't light up until we click toga. Just about ready. Ready to get it on. Know it. Getting lined up. Well, actually, let me slow down now so I can do a couple of things. So, okay, slow down. Let's turn off the brake fans. And let's put on the landing lights. And put on our takeoff lights. Everything else should be good. All right. I got my fingers crossed right now. I got my toes crossed. All right, let's try it again. If this crashes again, I hadn't ended the stream, by the way. So I don't know if I have the patience for another go around. Bouncing again a little bit. Come on, baby, we almost got it. No potholes, no potholes, no potholes. No potholes. V1. I don't care if we strike the tail, just let's get up in the air. That was an experience. We are climbing nicely. Put on our autopilot so we can look around outside. Lock our gear. Let's go up to 16.4. Our flaps up. Now let's go to 16.4. Turn this off now. you're just now tuning in, welcome. We finally got in the air. It was a interesting night so far with this airplane. Didn't see it. The first time we were backing up. Microsoft said our wing hit a building, so it crashed us. We started over. We got to the runway. We set takeoff speed, and we hit a pothole, and the plane nose dove and crashed. And now here we are, climbing to 37,000 feet on our way to New York City. Everything is looking good so far. Hopefully there won't be any more issues. Plenty of fuel. We got co-pilot. That doesn't really do anything. He's really kind of a lazy co-pilot, to be honest. He didn't really do much. What is our outside air temperature right now? That's what I was thinking. Icing range. That's why I was trying to find out what it was. Once we get to our cruising altitude and we are going straight, I'm going to speed up the simulator a bit. Probably turn that off now. And we can probably take these off. I do have live time and live weather turned on. Even though this flight in real life took place a couple hours ago. Doing it now. And this flight actually took place a few hours ago in real life. Try to do a lot of the flights that I do. I try to base them off of flights from real life. The same route, the same gate, the same runway. You know, pretty easy to match up that kind of stuff now with SimBrief being as good as it is and Navigraph being as good as it is. I mean, if you're flying in America, you can use SkyVector. That's a free website. You can do a lot of that stuff. But if you're doing anything outside of the United States, then SkyVector, I don't believe SkyVector will allow you to do anything. Turn. I don't mind flying at night when you can actually see the plane. That's nice. For some reason over on the West Coast, like when you're flying on the West Coast, like California and shit like that, when you're flying there at nighttime, you cannot see the plane at all. You can barely see the lights flashing on the plane. Like air is like pitch black. It's crazy. This isn't bad. I don't mind this. You can still see the plane. You can still, see a good amount of stuff. Still in icing range, so we'll leave the icing on. Even though I don't think that's simulated in the game. I don't think there's actual ice that shows up. That's a little strange. I mean, it's in climb mode, but it's got our levers at toga. I mean, we're in auto. I'm not going to change anything. That is weird. All right, we can turn the anti-ice off now. All right, we're at cruising altitude. Let's go ahead and put our traffic to normal. for everything to stabilize, and then we'll pick up the juice a little bit and speed up the simulator. Alright, let's kind of zoom in on here so we can kind of see what's going on. Alright, right thumbstick in, up once, up twice. Alright, and just now increased our speed 2 times, so crossing into South Carolina now, I believe. I'm going to slow down a little bit when we get close to Darrell, which is our next waypoint. Anytime we need to make any kind of turn, I usually slow down with this Microsoft sim rate increase. PMDG one, I usually leave that on as long as possible. It can handle little turns. This one makes me very nervous with the way it bounces around and all that. When we get about 10 miles out from our next waypoint, we'll put it back in regular speed, and then once we make that turn, we'll increase the speed again, like it is now, till we get to TYI, which is the Tar River Rocky Mountain Vortex. What state is that in? That's in North Carolina. Tarboro, North Carolina. The way this is set up with the controller I have, there's a sim rate controller option that I use. So all I do is just push in the right thumbstick, push it in, and click up to increase and down to decrease. Let's go once, and let's go back one more time. Now we're in regular mode. You can always set the clock to keep track of the time, you know, to see exactly how much you're increasing. I usually just use the miles to the next waypoint, you know, as the indicator. Arrow is 64. we've made our turn. Let's increase the sim again. So let's push in on the right thumbstick once, up, up. Now we're in 2 times speed. And we can stay in this until we get the TYI. As long as the simulator lets us stay in it. If it starts crashing, we'll turn it off. What happened? That was weird. We are chugging along. Chugga, chugga, chugga. At 2 times speed. Chugga, 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 woo, woo. Big, let me search you. Find out how hard I gotta work you. Here's a different yet. Here's a different yet. We'll stay on this speed as long as we can, or until we get the TIY, which is a vortac in North Carolina. We're gonna turn to the north a little bit when we get to that VOR station. I'm not a big fan of deterring with the increase in our speed. There's TIY right there. 50 miles away. And I'm so happy we're in the air now. Like, I'm actually happy again. Like now I'm in a good mood. Boy, I was hot earlier, bro. So many stupid things going wrong with this simulator. Like, man, it's so annoying. Like, I would just jumped in a plane and started flying. It's no big deal. But I like doing all the setup stuff. Like, that's fun. To me, that's fun. To me, setting up the airplane sometimes is more fun than actually flying it. Pushing all the buttons and entering all the shit in. And researching the routes and looking at all the charts. And I like all that stuff. And we're going to slow down when we get 20 miles out. I'm going to slow it down one click and then wait a few seconds and then slow it down again to normal speed. All right, so right thumbstick in. Let's click once down. Wait a few seconds. And let's click it again. All right, now we are in normal speed. Now, this RNAV landing we're doing is an RNP landing, which I believe... Now, I can't change the RNP in this airplane. The real something profile. Real navigational profile, I think is what it stands for. That's what RNP... Let me look it up. I think RNP is real something profile and ANP is actual something profile. Let's see here. RNP versus NP. Oh, required navigation. That's right, required navigational performance. Okay, that's an actual. So I don't believe I could. So on the PMDG 737, you can change the RNP very easily. You just type in what you want, enter it, and you're good. With this this airplane, I don't think you can change the RNP, the required navigation performance. So, however, this particular landing that we're doing, this RNP, I don't know if this plane will do an FAC and a glide path. So when you're doing RNAV landings, you can plug in the course like an ILS, you can plug in the frequency like an ILS. When you click, when you enter approach mode from there, sometimes it'll do FAC, which is kind of like the RNAV version of a localizer capture. And then you have glide path, which is similar to glide scope. So I don't know if this plane will do that. So we're going to stick with the RNAV landing so we can try it. I was thinking about changing it to an ILS because I know this plane will do that. Let's go ahead and set that up. So we have 314 is our course. All right, we're all good. VHF. All right, let's go ahead and plug that in. So I don't know if it's going to allow us to adjust anything because we're not set up for an ILS landing. All right, well, that's a good start. So 111. A lot of times, if you don't have an ILS landing programmed, a lot of times it won't allow you to adjust this. So we got 111.5. We have 314. here. All right, so we'll leave that in there and see what happens. All right, once we get the gold, we can go ahead and speed up again. We can speed up again until we get the solid. Solid. Now, according to the OFP we have, let's see what our top of descent is. Right after rads, so right before we enter our arrival. All right, and our vision height tonight is HD446. Close enough. Come over here and do this. We should be ready to speed up the simulator again. See exactly where we're at. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, we're getting ready to even out again. Once we level out, I'll speed up. Then we can stay on the sped up until we get the solid. Once we level out, I'll go ahead and speed up again. So I don't really trust this simulator with turning when it's the sim's increased. Not just this plane, but just Microsoft in general. I just don't trust it. The PMD G737, you can leave that thing sped up almost the whole flight if you really want to. They did a really good job with that. But this, not so much. All right, I think we're pretty close to being even. I think we're not even because of the wind. You know, like if you're looking at the horizon indicator here, I think we're cocked a little bit because of the wind. So let's go ahead and push in on the right thumbstick. Let's push up on the D-pad once. Let's push up again, and now we're in 2 times speed. Once we get to near solid, about 20 miles out, I'll go ahead and put it back in regular speed because we're going to be making a turn at solid. We're going to be making a turn to the north. And like I said, when we're turning, I don't like using the sped up. Just because you know, this plane bounces around so much. Let me search you. Found out how hard I gotta work you. I don't know why I have that Missy Elliott song stuck in my head. Here's a different fray yet. Here's a different fray yet. We are getting ready to pull up over Campbell Field, Weirwood, Virginia. That's where Solid is. That's off the coast of Virginia. You look how much this plane's bouncing around. That really makes me nervous. It really makes me nervous. Doesn't look like it's bouncing around so much in here. I mean, a little bit. You can see the VS indicator kind of going up and down a bit, but when we get to about 20 miles, I'll slow it down 1 click. And Wait a few seconds and then slow it down again. One more again. All right, let's slow it down. Right thumbstick, push down on the D-pad, and push down again, and now we're in regular speed. Star Killer Base. Oh my god. I had no idea that was in Southern Virginia. It's crazy. Where is she? Yeah. Let me update this METAR and see what winds we're dealing with. 360 and 17. $360, 17. All right, let's see here. Wind correction, V approach, MDA is 58. And I do not see a way to adjust the RNP in this thing. Well, should be okay. We could probably speed up the sim a little bit right now. Let's speed up. Right thumbstick in, one click up, and one more click up. We'll go 2 times speed until we get to delay. And then when we get to DLAAY, or at least a few miles before it, we'll slow down again. Doesn't really do too well with the turning, in my experience with the sim sped up. Yo, what's it back? Hey, Penguin, what's going on, man? Hey, you would have been proud earlier. I crashed the plane twice, and I didn't even have any failures turned on. So you would have been happy. My laptop's about 15 feet from me, so I can't type anything. But I see that you said hi. So welcome back. Hopefully work was good for you. My work was really shitty today, but I'm very happy that it's the weekend. All right, let's slow this back down again. So this flight we're doing right now, it's a real flight that took place in like JBU420. Yeah, the first 45 minutes of the stream tonight were a bit stressful for me. But so So this plane really, flew real life tonight from Atlanta to JFK like we're doing now. I took off. I put the same gate. We started at the same gate. I backed up, and when I was backing up, the wing clipped this building, and the simulator crashed and said that I crashed. And then we started over. We did everything. We get to the runway. We get the click toga. We're on our way to take off, and out of nowhere, I hit some sort of pothole in the in the runway, and my nose dives into the ground, and then we crash again. So I'm now on the third attempt. So we're in the air now. So I think we're okay. But yeah, the failures in the regular, you can only choose engine failures. So I'm going to do the 737 tomorrow. And that one, you can have a whole load of issues. Like I was talking about last night. Hydraulics, pressurization, screens going out, engines catching on fire, fuel leaking, all kinds of shit. So we'll set up some good failures tomorrow in the 737 and see if we can actually make a landing, or if we're just going to, kill all the fake people on board. Yep. So, yep. Yeah, this flight's not going to be too much longer. We're probably going to be descending here. Actually, there's our descent right there. So let's go ahead and let's plug in 28.3, I guess. Let me look at our chart and see if we have any constraints. We got 18,000 feet. So let me put in 18,000 feet. Because at hogs, we need to be at 18,000 feet. Or lowest usable flight level. All right. That's what the chart says. That's what the chart says. Yeah. I kicked the other pilot out. When we crashed the second time, I threw him off the plane. No, this plane doesn't have a co-pilot. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of the planes don't have anybody in the co-pilot seat. That plane last night did, but a lot of the planes from what I've seen, they don't have anybody sitting in the seat. Yeah, but that Giga Chad was a straight up toolbox last night, man. He wasn't helping at all. He was just sitting there, watching me do all kinds of shit. All right. So this plane should, if I remember, it's been a minute since I've flown this plane. I think this plane will descend on its own. Since we have the profile button clicked still, I think it should descend on its own. Yep. F all the Giga Chads that sit in this seat here. All the Karens and all the Giga Chads. Yeah, I was a little hesitant with doing a night flight because a lot of times at night you can't see the airplane. But for some reason on the East Coast of America, flying at night in this simulator, you can see the plane really well. If we were over California right now or somewhere out west, everything, it would be pitch black. You can't see shit. You can barely see the lights flashing on the plane. So, all right, where are we at now? We should be over what part of, oh yeah, we're over Maryland right now. I think that's Ocean City, Maryland. That's a pretty fun place to go to. I've been there a few times. Ocean City. Oh no, Rats is... Oh, that's Delaware, actually. We've already way past Ocean City. So that's Delaware, and then right in front of us is Wildwood and Cape May, New Jersey. Oh yeah, we're real close. All right, let's go ahead and put that in. Yeah, yeah, it does. Yeah, that plane last night was a pain in the ass to fly. That I mean, I fly it because it's challenging. But yeah, compared to last night, yeah, this plane looks like it's like in a whole nother, like, it's light years ahead of the one last night. That one didn't have any digital screens at all. Everything was old school. I don't know if I would have landed that plane last night if I didn't have the map on that tablet. I'd still be probably flying to the Arctic Circle. I had no idea I was that far off course last night until I looked at the map. I looked at the map and I was like, holy shit, we're like 50 miles away from where we should be. Yeah, I like this plane, and yeah, I wish Microsoft did more with planes like this one, where you can operate pretty much every single thing in this plane. Like pretty much every button, switch, everything is operational in this plane, which is really cool. Let's see if we begin our descent. We should see some sort of VNAV thing starting to pop up here pretty soon, I would think. There we go. Vertical deviation. Still can't program the RNP, the required navigational performance, but we should be okay. And I shouldn't have to touch anything, really. I shouldn't have to touch the throttle, anything. I may have to play with the spoilers a little bit here and there, but I really shouldn't have to do much on the way down tonight. This plane should pretty much do it all on its own. All right, let's put our decision height. Even though we're doing an RNAV landing, I have the ILS frequency and course programmed in because I want to see if this plane will do a glide path and a FAC, which is like the RNAV version of an ILS landing. All right, so it did not descend on its own, so all right, so I guess you got to click profile again. All right, so now we're heading down. Actually, let me put the spoilers up because we're probably going to be speeding quite a bit until we until this diamond equals out. All right, we're almost equal, so we can push this back down now. There we go. Now we got control of the plane again. All right, and let's see here. Bring up the METAR on Navigraph. And hogs, we need to be at 18,000 feet. Where's hogs? Oh no, that's not correct. Actually, we need to be at 18,000 feet. I don't know if I can change that or not, actually. see here. I don't think I can change it. Oh, you know what? I think I know how to change it. Hang on a second. Hogs. No, actually, I can't change it here. It's only for lateral movements. Let me see if I click on. There we go. At or let's click 18,000. 18,000. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and put our spoilers back up again. I don't think we're going to get there, but we will try. And Cameron, we need to be at 11,000, so let's plug that in. Surprised it doesn't have the correct altitudes here. Very surprising to me that the simulator wouldn't have the correct. All right, let's move this to 18. Move this to 11,000. We're in icing range. We got to put the icing on. Put our seatbelts on. Probably should have done something with those constraints before I took off tonight, but I didn't think about checking it. I thought it would have been correct. We are diving. I think our spoilers probably would have broken off by now. Good thing it's a simulator. Once we pass hogs, we should, this diamond should go back up quite a bit once we pass hogs. I would think, because now we'll have some time to get down to 11,000. There we go. But now we'll have some time to get down to 11,000 feet. And 250 knots, so let's set that as well. So let's go back here again, and let's plug in 250 knots. All right, there we go. Now we got that in there correct. Yeah, that was a fast descent. I'm trying to stick with what's showing on the chart here, but the simulator didn't put in the correct info from the chart, so I was trying to play catch up. Should be okay now. All right, we got. Let's see what our METAR says here. 1026. Adjusting the METAR tonight because I'm playing with live weather and live time and all of that, so There we go. All right, we should be okay for the remainder of our descent and the remainder of our flight. We should be under control. All right. Actually, we can plug in 3,000. According to the approach chart, that's what we need to be at when we get to Cat Todd. So Cat Todd's a max of 210 speed and 3,000. So let's see what this says here. Cat Todd, 210 and 3,000. You see, it's got it correct here. Just didn't have it correct on the other chart. Ooh, whale. And when you're doing an ILS landing in this plane, you click, you make sure both autopilots are up, both autopilots are on. I don't know if it's the same with the RNAV landing with what I'm going to try to do tonight, so we'll try it. I'll click, when we get close to that Cat Todd waypoint, I'll click land, and we'll see if it switches the mode to FAC and glide path, and then I'll see if I need to switch on the second autopilot. We'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. I'm okay now, man. Even if we crash at this point, I'm okay. Because we got off the ground, and we did everything good so far on the flight. If we crash, we crash. I don't think we'll crash. But there'll be very minimal screams from the people on board if we do crash. They'll be so silent, it'll almost be like there's nobody on board. Especially the motherfucking Giga Chad, who normally sits in this seat. I kicked him out. I kicked him out after the second time we crashed tonight. Pseudo Internet Pilot 2, Giga Chad nothing. 2-0. Alright, we're pretty close to where we need to be at for Cameron. Continue our descent down to 3,000 feet. Plane is slowing down on its own. That's good. Now this RNAV landing and the ILS landing are almost identical as far as how they're flown to the airport. Like, it's almost the exact same route. The only difference is the RNAV chart connects that last waypoint to Cat Todd, this waypoint here. So the RNAV landing connects the last waypoint we just passed. It connects it to this one. The ILS landing, there's no connection. You just have to fly in the correct heading, activate approach mode, and follow the, follow in the cues from the navigation system, when to turn, when you're lined up. You can use this as a little bit of a cheat too. So when you plug in the fix, when you plug in JFK, it tells you which radial you are flying against right now. So we're like the 359 radial is hitting us right now. We need to be on the 314 radial for this landing. So, hey, look, it's got the required RNP in. It put it in. No shit. Man, that is pretty cool. I got a little more confidence in this landing now. Shit, let's put this motherfucker down to 500 feet then, if it's got that. Let's take it all the way down. And let's plug in 314 here. Yeah. Yeah. Zoom you in a little bit. Let's go ahead and put I don't think I'm in icing range anymore, am I? No more icing range. So let's take off icing. Let's put our landing lights on. And let's put our brake on for our landing. We'll do mid. All right, so far so good. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of how fast we're going, to be honest. Let me change this. You know, actually, we're okay. We're okay for now. We have 9 miles from this waypoint to where we have to be at 210. It's got 210. You know, let's just, fuck it, we'll leave it. Jesus Christ, I gotta get my computer so I can read that. Jesus Christ, hang on, let me get my laptop so I can read this shit. No, man, this plane doesn't do that. I wish it did. The only plane that I know of that makes those kind of announcements was the plane that I flew last night, that Bay 46, the 146. I think that's the only one that I'm aware of where it actually makes those kind of announcements. That would be cool, though, if like, a lot of these planes had that. I mean, that would be nice. All right, let's go ahead and do a little speed intervention here. And I'm going to click land and see what happens. Oh, never mind. It's switching it from RNAV to localizer. Oh well, whatever. I thought it would keep it at an RNAV landing, but I guess not. Oh well, we'll do an ILS landing, I guess. Yeah, it'd be nice if somebody could make a mod for that. You know, like they have mods for better runway lights. They have mods for better airplane lights. That would be a good thing. Like if somebody could make that as a mod for here, like to have announcements and shit like that. All right, let's flip this autopilot switch up since it looks like we're doing an ILS landing now, and now we'll do a category 3. If you just have one autopilot on, it's category 2. When you have both flipped up, it's category 3. So this plane should roll out and flare all on its own now. What's our approach speed actually? 133. We should probably be at like 138. Slow down a bit. Because we are very close to the air. We're only about 11 miles out, I guess. Let's put some flaps down. Okay, bitch. All right, damn. How am I back in icing range? Oh, I guess it might be cold in New York tonight. Localizers captured. We should be capturing the glide scope here momentarily. According to the chart, it looks like we'll capture it. Oh, we are way high for the glide scope actually. Here. All right, let's click altitude. Our gear down. Let's put another round of flaps down. Glide scope is captured. We are all set. As they said in Aliens, they said we are in the pipe 5x5. Whatever the fuck that means. Whatever pipe in 5x5 means. I think I know what in the pipe means, but I don't know what Pharaoh meant when she said 5x5. I'm going to do a little tour of this here airport when we land because I want to see if they have one of those people that wave you into the terminal. Like they do at Innsbruck. Being a category 3 landing, this thing should land on its own. Roll out, flare, the whole deal. I wasn't trying to do an ILS landing, but it's just kind of what happened. I thought clicking land, kind of like clicking approach, would have activated like the glide path feature and, you know, a similar feature, but I didn't expect it to actually do an actual ILS landing, but whatever. What's up, New York? So. cockpit, see if they count down like that plane last night. No, I don't think no. I don't think I've done a touch and go. I could try that. Not tonight. I want to see if this airport had. If I didn't spend an hour getting in the air, I probably would do it tonight. But I want to see if this airport has those people that wave you into the.
400.
Well, you know, I could probably do a touch and go. Let's try it. If we crash, we crash.
300.
Put ourselves back in yoga mode.
200.
All right, let's take off the autopilot.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Yeah, Rip Passengers is right. Swing around. Flaps up again. Go up to about 220 knots. I guess let me see what the chart says for a go around. It's got a missed approach. Flight level change. All right, let's start turning. We are doing a go around. Like in real life, you have to go to a certain waypoint and do circles and shit, but I'm not doing that. We just doing a quick touch and go. We wanted to buzz the tower. All right, let's put this thing in equalizer mode. That's the localizer mode. Rose arc. EAGAG. I should have enough gas, actually. Let me see. Make sure I got enough gas for all this. Oh, yeah. Can't put more fuel in now, you bitches. Oh well. All right, so 314 is heading to land, so that means the opposite of that is 134. So let's turn a little bit. I don't know why the localizer's not showing up there. Plug in 115. Oh, I know why it's not showing. Here we go. Wrong navigation mode in. Yeah. Yeah. JetBlue, where did the fuel go? We got this guy on the internet trying to break all the necks of the passengers. Trying to dump all our fuel out over New York City. I need to adjust the heading a little bit. I'm going to wait for the glide scope to get higher again. You know, high, like up here. And then we'll go ahead and make our turn back towards the airport.
Stop, rudder, input.
Oh, shut up, bitch. I picked the wrong thing.
Stop, rudder, input.
Yeah.
Stop, rudder, input.
It was an accident, buddy. Your buttons are very sensitive. Yeah, I think when you play online with people and you actually have guys online that act as like ATC people that allow you to land and, you know, give you all kinds of clearance and shit. Yeah, they have that kind of stuff online. I don't really ever do that, but I've never tried it. I mean, me playing the simulator in this format is fairly new. For the longest time, I was playing on my tablet. So I haven't tried multiplayer, and I don't know if I can do that on the Xbox. I think I have to be with Batsim, or I think there's some sort of program I have to download in order to do that. So I don't think I can do it on here, but yeah, it is available. If I had a really kick-ass PC, I could do it. All right, let's slow down to about 200. Put a little bit of flaps in. Let's start turning so we can try to capture this glide scope. Try to capture the localizer. Yeah, but there is that type of system out there where you can act as a real airline pilot and a real... Oh, I am way off course. Jesus Christ. Let me turn the other way. Hold on, buddy. Let's go this way. You're way off course. There we go. Let's go this way. Miracle on the Hudson, Part 2. So if you're just tuning in, I got talked into doing a touch and go. So now we are on our way to landing again. I did not follow any kind of chart for the go around. I know in real life you're supposed to do like some sort of holding pattern, but this is not real life. This is a shitty version of Microsoft Simulator that the Xbox puts out. Not completely shitty. It's like half shitty. There's shittier versions, but this one's pretty bad at times, especially after the latest update. Yeah, exactly. That's right. Please choose JetBlue again, where we break your necks doing touch and go, and we dump hundreds of liters of fuel all over the heads of people in New York City. Right. JetBlue. Paving the way for first-class airfare all across the country. I have no idea where the hell the airport is. I think we're going the right direction. I mean, I like to trust the equipment, but I think we're doing okay. All right, let's go on like a 40-degree angle or so towards that pink line. You're going to get a survey in your email about 2 weeks from now from JetBlue asking how your flight was. Please tell them everything was perfect. Once that pink line starts coming in, we should pick up the localizer. Now that we've done our little circles out in the Hudson. I think that's the Hudson River. That's right. Yeah. Thank you for flying JetBlue, where we crashed the first 2 times and successfully took off the 3rd time. You can blame the second crash JetBlue on the nice city of Atlanta, Georgia, for having potholes in their runway. There's Kennedy International. want to get this localizer lined up well before we start seeing the glide scope start coming into play. But it looks like we're coming in at the wrong angle. I could be wrong. There's a reference page, or yeah, we're on the 11 radial right now, and okay, we got to go back around. Hey folks, we got to go back around one more time. Let's go ahead and go back around. I thought we were coming in at the wrong angle. You're getting your money's worth tonight on the airplane show. You're getting your money's worth tonight. That's for sure. Thank you again for flying JetBlue. We really care about our passengers. I've still got a decent amount of fuel left, so that's good. All right, we're on the 351 radial right now. $49. So we're gonna stay. I think we'll stay on this heading here until this BRG gets closer to 314. Because then we'll be on the correct radial. I probably should have paid attention to that the first time we did this, but it is what it is. I wanted to keep on wasting people's time on the flight. Make sure we get those perfect surveys in the mail. I'm such a good pilot for JetBlue that for my Christmas bonus this year, I'm gonna wind up having to pay the company. I'm not going to get a Christmas bonus. They're gonna make me pay them something. That's how good of a pilot I am for JetBlue. But you know what, Greg? We appreciate your effort, but you know, you owe us money for Christmas bonus this year. We're not gonna give you stock options. We actually need you to sell 1,000 of your shares back to us. If you could do that by the end of the week, that would be great. Thank you. And give us your swing line stapler. Thank you. All right, why am I still on the same BRG? That does not make sense to me. All right, let's start heading towards that landmass over there. Now we're moving. let's stay on this heading for a little bit until we get lined back up again. We should be okay now. Okay, so the way this BRG works, if this is a radial, right? If we're supposed to fly a course, courses are the opposite of radials. Radials radiate away from a VOR station. Courses fly to it. So if we're supposed to be on a course of 314 for our landing, the opposite of 314, 180 degrees opposite, is the radial. That would be 134. So we need to stay on this heading until we get to 134. So we are way off. So let's just keep on flying. Shouldn't take too long, probably a few minutes. I didn't plug in this fix a while ago. I probably would have never figured this out. I would have been going around in circles until we ran out of fuel. Go 30 degrees more. See if we can cut down this flight time a little bit. That's right above the plane there. I believe that's the airport right there. And we need to be kind of close to this area in front of us here with the lights. I believe that's kind of where we need to be at to line back up again with the runway. So let me turn the localizer off for now. I don't want it capturing and then taking us on some sort of weird angle. Let's go 30 degrees more. So we're a good distance from the airport now. We should be, distance-wise, we're okay. Now we got to get lined back up again. One more again. Yeah. That's true. I have 2 security guards and like some little dork from corporate handing me my termination letter. Don't worry about getting your bags right. We'll send you your bags. Just leave. I'd say we appreciate your service to JetBlue, but we'd be lying to you. let's go ahead and make one final set of turns so we can catch this localizer. Yeah. This is me getting back at all the passengers that complained that we sat on the tarmac in Atlanta for too long while we were getting our suspension replaced and all the tires and all that from breaking all the axles in that pothole. Why is it a 4-hour flight from Atlanta to Orlando? Well, glad you asked. It's a funny story, actually. It's about an hour and a half of flight time and then 3 hours of circling. So, yeah. Glad you asked. I wish more people asked. All right, I think we're okay now. Took a minute to get on the right side of the airport. We were on the very wrong side of the airport for a while. Now we should be okay. We're at about a 45-degree angle to the localizer. Finally. I think I've spent more time setting up the airplane tonight, 3 times, and circling than the actual flight took, to be honest. I'd have to look at the video. I may wind up editing a little bit of it, but I think I spent more time circling and setting up the airplane 3 times than actual flight time from Atlanta to here. Something not right. You know, I think I'm just going to fly this thing in by hand. Something is not right with this with the ILS, because those are the runways right there. I am not circling again. I'll be damned. I am not circling again. Let's slow down. Fuck it, we'll just fly it in by hand. Gears down, flaps are down. I don't know why this localizer's not picking up. These are the runways right here that we landed at the first time. I mean, it's got the right course and the right frequency, and I don't know why it's not. Sorry, buddy. I thought the landing gear was down. What the hell is going on? We will fly this in by land. Yeah, no, the plane does not want to land. This pilot is really pissed at JetBlue. Maybe he's got a really like pissy ex-girlfriend or ex-wife waiting for him at the gate, and he just doesn't want to deal with her. He'd rather get a termination letter from JetBlue than deal with that woman again. Yeah, I don't get why. So I don't so something happened. Like, I got the right course in. You can see it says course 314, right? That's the correct ILS frequency. But for some reason, it's just not lining up. And that makes no sense to me, because this is the right runway. You can see we're heading on the right course. So we did all that circling that whole time, and the instruments weren't even working. Well, I guess you got your wish, Penguin, because you wanted instruments to be broken. you wanted the plane to be broken, so it looks like the instruments are broken. I just wish I would have known that a few minutes ago. We could have landed a few minutes ago, but it's all good. We figured it out now. Be a glitch, yeah. I've never really seen this plane have glitches though before. That's kind of new for this plane. Usually this plane is pretty steady with with everything. Usually it's not bad. Landed by hand, trying to get this glide scope diamond the line back up again. We were a little low. A little easier if I had the yeah. Yeah, like, look, just fly close to the water, we'll jump out and we'll just, we'll do our best to make it. All right, the glide scope ball is now pretty much lined up. This landing would have been a little easier if I would have had the auto throttle on, but all good. Yeah, you can see that display below the rose compass or whatever that thing is called there. I mean, like, that thing has not moved. That thing has been like stuck in that position there, and I don't know why. That'd be funny if this is the wrong airport. Like, what if this is LaGuardia? Like, no wonder it's not giving you the right way to land. You're landing at the wrong airport, Greg. This is Newark. This is not, JFK.
Sink rate. Pull up.
Yeah, I know,
Pull
buddy. I
up.
had to put the brakes on because
Pull up.
I got rid of my
Pull
co-pilot.
up.
400.
Pull up.
Oh my gosh, shut the fuck up. I don't have a co-pilot. I kicked him out in Atlanta.
Sink rate. Sink
Oh,
rate.
this is the wrong button.
Pull up. Pull up.
Well, that might be
Pull
why it
up.
wasn't lining up.
Pull
We're
up.
on 4 left.
Pull up.
50, 40,
Pull up.
30, 20, 10, 5.
Wow. That was rough. No wonder it's not lining up. We're on the other side of the airport. Our runway's over there. No wonder. Yeah, it's a little tough at nighttime. All right, let's go see if they have one of those gate guys to wave us in. That's funny. No wonder the shit wasn't lining up. We were on the other side of the airport. We were on the complete wrong side. Our runway is, I believe, on the opposite of this. Get out of the way, plane. Oh, we just missed him. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the landing was okay. It bounced a little bit, but it wasn't bad. But thank you, though. All right, let's go to one of these here terminals. So 4 left. We were supposed to land on 31 right, or 31 left. Let me look at the airport diagram and see exactly where. Oh yeah, we landed perpendicular to it. So yeah, we were a little off. All right, let's spin around here and see if one of the gate brothers is over here. Help us put this bird away. I don't really see any of the peoples, but maybe they'll show up when we get close to. Yeah, they're not here. It must just be Innsbruck. This is like the 5th airport I've gone to, and there hasn't been one of those guys here. Okay, so let me show you something. Let's. Yeah, man. Have a good weekend. Thanks for stopping by, Penguin. Thanks for hanging out for a while. Appreciate it. I'll catch you again next time. So we were supposed to land on 34 right, and so we came in. Penguin Ice, who you see in the chat, he asked me to do a touch and go. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll do a touch and go. So we touched down here. I'm sorry. We touched down here. And I went up and I went back out and around. And I could have sworn that the whole time I was looking back at the airport, I was looking at our runway. turns out I was looking at this runway the whole time, and I couldn't figure out why the ILS was not lining up. We were like on the wrong like radial. Like I thought the instruments were broken. Turns out I'm an idiot, and I do say that. If you've seen my videos, you do know I say that every time I fly an airplane, I say I'm an idiot. So I should have just trusted the instruments and gone back out around and caught the radio. I knew how to catch it. I just thought the instruments were broken because the whole time I was looking back at the runways, I could have sworn I was looking at this runway here and this runway. I didn't realize I was looking at this runway and this runway. So anyways, where we landed, safe. Passengers are pissed. I'm probably going to get fired from JetBlue. But other than that, maybe I'll have a good holiday season, even though I won't have a job. That's it, my friends, for tonight's airplane show. I'll be back in the morning. I'm going to do hopefully a flight in the morning. I did promise my kids I'd take them somewhere in the morning for breakfast. But other than that, I'll be back, and we'll do something cool in the morning. And that's it. Be good to yourself. Be good to other people. Certainly be good to me. And click that subscribe button and